Hello, everyone. How about it today? Hello, hello. How was your weekend? How was your day? Tell me, are you guys ready for this final week of this cycle? Are you ready for all the assignments and evaluations we have? How are you guys? How was your weekend? How was your day? Tell me about it.
Hello, teacher.
Hello,
It
teacher.
was good.
Okay, very good. Thank you for answering, Lisa.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, Sylvia. I was thinking that I was talking to myself like, oh my God, what are my students? My dear friends, let me tell you something. Those are sad news. No, I'm kidding. This is the last week we're going to be together. On Thursday, I will say bye to you because you guys continue your process in the reduction of and the intensity. Yeah, we are not going to have 4 hours, but just two. So you guys will continue with your teacher Laura, and I will continue with my other group. Yeah. So we're going to be together just today until Thursday. On Thursday, I will say bye. But I just wanted you to know because last week I was thinking about it and I was asking my coordinator, like, oh, it means next week I will have to say bye to group one. And she was like, yes, indeed. Okay. But it's okay. We can still enjoy this week. Don't worry. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you guys had a very wonderful weekend and you are full of energy because this is our final week and of course it's full of evaluations, right? It's full of assignments for you. But it's okay. Everything is going to be all right. Let me show you what's our plan for today. What's our agenda? And we start. Let me just, yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, one more here. Okay, look. This is our plan. Today is our class 7. We are very soon to finish this one. You guys have done a wonderful job and everything's going to be all right. So, this is our agenda. First, our warm-up for today is to introduce our essay. Today and tomorrow, we are going to be planning our essay. I really want you to have, like the feeling that you know how to do it, that on Wednesday or Thursday, when you are taking the test, you really know how to deal with the writing part, right? So this is a friendly spoiler about your test. Remember, on the writing section, you guys will have two parts, right? You will see two parts. Well, two tags. One tag is the essay, and that is mandatory. There is no choice of choosing that one or another one. No, you have to write an essay. So today I'm going to give you the structure we are going to analyze, and if we have time, we can write our outline for it. And tomorrow, of course, we have the whole block for writing our essay. Okay, so today and tomorrow will be for that. That's the mandatory task. The other one, as maybe I have told you, or maybe your other teacher, you guys have the chance of choosing which one you want to develop, right? So the other task will say something like, okay, you can answer the question, you choose. For example, there are three. Writing a report, which you practice before this class, right? Writing a review, which you have practiced with me last week. And what was the other one? Writing a report, writing a review, and writing an article. Yeah, so you can choose between those three options. And of course, you will choose the one that you feel more confident about and the one that will take you less time. Okay, so you can choose between the report, the review, and the article, but you cannot choose to write an essay. That is the mandatory task. That's why we are going to practice today. Okay. We are going to check out its structure and its analysis, and that way we have like a clear idea of how to do it. We will check some samples of the essays that are required for that level of the exam. And at the end, we will write our essay outline if we have time. If we don't, no problem, because tomorrow we have the whole class for writing our essay. Okay, that's our plan. Questions, comments, anything you want to say or ask before we start?
Wait, teacher, I don't know if I understand, but we need to do an essay for the final exam?
You do,
Or,
yes.
okay, not or essay about the problem we need to discuss tomorrow, the presentation. Is another essay?
Ah, okay, you're talking about your issue. No, Silvia, they are different things.
Okay.
No. Thank you for asking. Okay, that's a good question, because now I see that you may be a little bit confused. The controversial issue, that is the topic we chose for our project. Yeah, you guys are going to present it tomorrow, group 1, and on Wednesday, group 2. Yeah, that is different. That is our oral presentation, and that is part of debating and getting those tips and strategies for presenting a topic. Okay. What I'm talking about, the essay, yeah, is a writing, well, a kind of writing, yeah, a formal writing, yes, that is the essay. How do you guys say essay in Spanish?
Ensayo.
Un ensayo. Yeah, not a rehearsal like when you are practicing for something, no, but an essay is writing, yeah, a kind of writing that is formal and that has specific parts, yeah, that needs to cover a topic in a specific way, and that's what we have to write, yeah. It takes time, but the idea is to get all the tips and strategies today, know the structure, and that way you guys know how to do it next. Well, I'm not sure about I'm not sure exactly where the S is gonna be, if in part 1 of the test or the second. To be honest, I'm not sure. But what I know, and I'm very sure about it, is that you guys have to do it. Yeah. As I was explaining, there are 2 parts of the writing. You don't have any way to escape from them. Unless not from the essay. You have to write the essay, and on the other hand, you will have the other part of the writing which you can choose. That is either way, writing a report or writing a review or writing an article. So you guys will choose the best one for you, the one you want. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, teacher, the essay is tomorrow?
Today and
Or...
what do you mean? Like today and tomorrow practicing, Sylvia, and that will be part of your test that starts on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I don't know if you guys need me to speak Spanish for anything. I don't want you to get confused. We are just training for the test, and that's what I said, that this week is full of assignments and evaluations. Yeah, basically today is the last class, and well, tomorrow we will also have our training on the essay. So today we will check the structure, and tomorrow we will write our final product. Okay, any other thing? No more questions? Okay, let me check out the attendance because it's just in time, and then I will give you the exercises. Okay. Gerson. Hello, Gerson? Can you hear me? Isn't him in the meeting? It's not. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, Gerson missed the first part too. Okay, Jean-Claude.
Hello, teacher, present.
Okay, very good. Just it.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, just it. Natalia.
Present, teacher.
Great. Brian.
Here I am.
Okay. Andres.
Hi, teacher, present.
Okay, very good. Okay. Natalia.
Me?
No,
Yeah. Okay.
it's because I didn't call Natalia. So sorry, Silvia.
Me, teacher?
Yeah, it seems okay. Natalia, sorry. Made a mistake
Okay,
here.
teacher.
Okay.
No
And
problem.
now Silvia.
Hi, teacher.
Yes, Silvia, Natalia. Elkin.
Hi, teacher. Good
Okay.
evening.
Hello, Elkin. Julian.
Hello, teacher. Present.
Hello, Julian. Jeanette. Oh, Jeanette, sorry, I missed your message. Excuse me. Oh, thank you for writing. Okay, Jeanette, I hope you feel better. Okay, take care. Okay, and after Jeanette, we have Carlos. Sorry. Okay, very good, Carlos. Mabeli.
Present, teacher.
Okay, great. Jose.
I'm here, teacher.
Awesome. Judy. Judy, hello. Can you hear me, Judy? Lisette.
Present, teacher.
Okay, very good. Awesome, guys. Perfect. Let's start. We have like a combination of transitional words. Remember that transitional words are very good and useful for your writing, yeah, for your academic writing. It doesn't matter if it is an essay or if it's a report, it is very good to know and practice them, okay? So the first thing, my goodness, I have like tons of websites open. It's crazy. Oh my
Present,
goodness.
teacher.
Hello, Judy. Okay,
Teacher, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I'm
Good.
good, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Okay, wait a second. Jude, okay, done. Perfect. So, my God, look at this. This is crazy. My desk is crazy. This is the first thing I would like you to do. Remember that, okay, first of all, what do you know about essays? What is an essay? I know that we already asked about the word in Spanish, yeah, but what is it? It's a text that, what kind of text is that? It's a text that uses animals as its characters, right?
No, teacher.
Oh, it's not. That's a fable. So it's not. So what kind of text is an essay? Is
But
it?
teacher,
Uh-huh.
I can understand because I was doing something.
Oh, sorry, Sylvia. It's okay. I was just asking what an essay is. Don't worry. Okay, so I was just trying to introduce the activities we have today. First of all, I would like you to analyze if these questions or short texts or sentences, yeah, or requirements refer to an expository text or an argumentative one, yeah? That's what I would like you to do first. After that, we will talk about transition words or transitional words, okay? That are the ones that we use for writing our essay. So first, let's work on this one. You can take your time. You can read it with time, very careful. And let me show you how it works. Jean-Claude, hello? It's not in the meeting. Okay.
Hello, teacher.
Oh, but I was trying to send you a message and I cannot see. Okay, I don't know what's wrong. Okay, I did it. Okay, so this is the link for all of you to decide if those boxes, yeah, have some sentences or information or expressions that are related to an expository text or an argumentative one. You click on start and it can be a little bit confusing, but let me show you how it works. Don't worry. You guys will have the title here, but it is not the same for all of you. You may have argumentative text or expository text. So please be careful with this because this is the one that shows you how you guys are going to classify those 5 boxes. Yes, because of course there are more. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, but 5 are related to argumentative text and the other 5 are from the expository text. So, for example, if I get this title, argumentative text, I have to look for the boxes information to check which ones refer to an argumentative text. So let's say, okay, maybe how can society help to increase the democratic participation of children? Is it related to an argumentative text? Well, I'm not sure, so maybe I select it. So I need to select 5 for argumentative text and the other 5 for the expository text, okay? Is it clear or no?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, it depends on the title you get. If you get this one, of course, you select the 5 boxes that refer to this one. If you get the other one, you select the 5 boxes that refer to this. Okay, let's do it. Read it carefully, and then we check. Let's go. How was it, guys? Was it good? Was it okay? Could you get which ones refer to an argumentative one, which ones to a expository one? Yes or no? Well, it is okay. Do not worry that we still have lots of things to do and to learn about the argumentative text that we are going to check out today, which is an essay. So let me show you something. Okay. We are going to do two things after this. We are going to check what are transition words, yes, and then I will have you discuss one topic that may be very useful for you because it's a topic that could be a chosen topic for an essay, yeah? Remember that the idea is to train for the exam, and the way you guys do it and get ready and prepare it, yeah, helps you to feel that you can do it easily, yes, faster, and of course, in a successful way, yeah? So, first of all, what are those transition words? We have been talking about different kinds of categories. We have been talking about parts of speech, yes, and in those parts of speech, when we talk about interjections or connectors, we can have this classification of transition words, right? These transition words or phrases, because they can be one or two or three words together, yeah, connect sentences or paragraphs and show the relationship between them. They guide the reader from one thought to the next one, yes? They really help to make that transition smoothly, right? It's like, okay, in a very good way, so the reader is not like having or finding any plots in the writing, yeah, or feeling confused, okay? So they are necessary, and they are also good for you to give that writing a very formal way and look, yes, and good and interesting. So here we have some transition words and their classification. They are used to demonstrate chronological order or logical sequence, or they also denotate the similarity between two sentences. Yeah, here we have some examples. These ones refer or express addition. Okay, let me ask Andres, please help me read the ones for addition.
Okay, teacher, addition. As well as, and, to, furthermore, also, in addition to, not only, but also, or.
Thank you, Andres. Very good. Okay, so you guys can use those transition words or expressions, yes, or phrases to indicate addition. Yes, so not only the climate change effects, but also blah, blah, blah. Yeah. We also have some of them who illustrate. What is to illustrate? Is to give examples, to prove something, to give reference, yeah, to show the source where you can get the information from, okay? So here we have some phrases that can be used for illustration in our argumentative text. Brian, please read those ones for illustration.
Okay, teacher. Illustration, such as, in this case, for one thing, for instance, for example, in the case of, illustrated by, as an example.
Very good. Thank you, Brian. So you guys are illustrating, that is basically proving or giving examples, yeah? Mentioning them or naming them. We also have the ones that express cause and effect, yeah? So now we have Carlos for reading the ones that express cause and effect, please.
Okay, teacher. Cause and effect. Therefore, so, because, thus, hence, due to, as a result, consequently.
Basically, is when we mention something or we tell something and then we say therefore blah blah blah. Yeah, it's basically saying that is why we have this result. Yeah, so you can use them and your text will look even more formal, elegant, yes, and reliable, of course. We also have the ones that make comparisons. Okay, in English as well as in Spanish and other languages, we can make comparisons not only with adjectives in their comparative and superlative ways, but also with some expressions, like these ones, right? So we can use these ones for expressing comparisons. Elkin, please.
Okay, teacher. As if, equally, similarly, like, in the same way, comparable, in like manner.
Very good, thank you, Elkin. Okay, awesome. When you are illustrating comparisons, you can use this. We also use some of them for making contrasts. These are very common, right? And they as well have the transition that we are moving from one idea to the other, and we can contrast the information. Yeah, comparison and contrasting are two strategies that are very, very useful when we are telling or writing something. So for the ones who express contrast, we have Jeanette cannot speak very well. She's sick. Jean-Claude, please.
Which one, teacher?
Contrast.
Contrast. But, however, on the other hand, otherwise, unlike, conversely, at the same time, in spite of.
So when you guys are illustrating that kind of information that requires the contrasting, yeah, strategy, you guys can use these expressions. That is very good, yeah. Okay, now we have the ones that make emphasis. You guys know that we can use some adverbs for emphasizing and also some expressions, right? The ones that indicate to what extent, yes, to what extent you're making emphasis. So, okay, thank you, Jean-Claude. Now we have Jose. Please read the ones for emphasis.
Okay, teacher. Emphasis, especially, also, in particular, furthermore, in addition, indeed, of course, and certainly.
Very good. Thank you, Jose. Those are the ones that you can use for emphasizing your information. Yeah. Okay. If you notice, there are some that can be in different categories because they have that function of expressing different things. Like, for example, if you use also, it is also emphasizing, but you can use it for addition, right? Okay. Now we have the ones that express time and sequence. Yeah. The ones that talk about the chronological order of the events or the information you are given. Time and sequence. Oh, people in, okay, Julian. So after Jose, we have Judy.
Time and sequencing. Later, after, before, then, next, soon, finally, first, second.
Can you guys listen, Judy, or it's just me?
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
teacher, I can.
Oh, I don't know, but
very well.
suddenly I stopped listening to her.
Teacher, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Would you like to repeat the
Please.
time and sequencing?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Later, after, before, then, next, soon, finally, first, and second.
Very good. Thank you, Judy. As well as until, yes, now, at the same time, without delay, in the meantime, nowadays, by the time, yes, whenever, okay? Those are also expressing the chronological order and the logical sequence of the events and information. We also have the ones that express direction and place. Okay. So for those ones, we have Lisette, please.
Okay, teacher. Direction and place. Here, there, over there, beyond, under, to the left, in the distance, and opposite.
Very good. Okay, so we have learned lots of things. We have analyzed lots of things, yeah, especially grammatical categories, right? Like verbs, adverbs, adjectives, okay, conjugations, everything. Once you have those basic ones clear, like verb, subject, complement, yeah, which is sentence, now we have some decorations. And that also give us a style, a way of speaking and producing, yeah, writing as well. So that's why it is okay to use these transition words. With the time, yeah, as we are, like learning more, practicing more, and going to a higher level, of course, we are incorporating them in our speech, right? We are not going to say like first, second, then, after that, but more like other words, yeah? Okay, I'm not saying that don't use those ones. No, I'm just saying that it is okay to use, very wide vocabulary according to your level. And that is especially what we do in writing essays, because they ask us for that. Okay? My dear friends, let's practice transition words. I don't know if you have any question related to it. Questions?
No, teacher.
Okay, so we'll have two simple exercises. Let me explain them. Okay, this first one is for checking these expressions and tell me what is the function of each. For example, you say, okay, besides, is this one making a contrast? Or is it expressing a comparison? Is it illustrating anything like an example or so? Okay, so you just match them with the corresponding function. Okay, that's what you have to do. On the other hand, we have this one that is actually a little bit longer but easy, and it's good because that way you read. There are 8 short paragraphs. The vocabulary is very easy, so it won't take you very long. As soon as you continue reading, you will find different expressions, different transition words. So the idea is to read the text and place them in the correct, place, yeah, in the correct gap, and then you continue in the next one until you read the 8 paragraphs. I don't want you to rush. Today we just have to talk about the essay and talk about one topic that is the discussion, that is money. So it is okay. You have the time for working on it. Okay, let's just like do it, in a meaningful way. No need to rush. Take your notes, check out for the words you don't know. Yeah, get more vocabulary if that's the case. Okay, that's what you have to do. I'm gonna give you the 2 links so that way you can just finish one and do the next one on your own. Yeah, not wait for the others, but work on your own pace. Okay, questions, my dear friends? What are the questions?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, let's go. And after we finish with this, we start checking the essay. And we can also talk a little bit about money, because I know that that will be a very useful topic for your test. Okay, this one. Okay, this first one is the link for the one that has the text. And this second one is the one that has just the analysis of the transition words, which is very simple and short. So work on them, please. Let's go. Okay, boys and girls, thank you so much for working on them. How was it? Was it good? Okay, I'm checking your scores. Are they are good? Did you work on the 2 links?
Yes, teacher. It was
Okay, perfect. Now we're going to have an oral discussion that is from a topic that is a little bit controversial, but also very real, and is talking about money. And we are going to discuss the question, why is money so important in our modern world? Why is it important? Why is it so important? What's your opinion? So let's talk a little bit about it, and then I will give you the link for registering your response. I know that money runs the world, yeah? But why is it so important? Because there are some people who can live with a lot of it. So, what's your opinion? Tell me about it. What can you say about that? Anything? You guys prefer writing it? What if I asked you that question in the speaking test?
teacher. Could you repeat, please?
Yes. Why is money so important in our modern society or modern world? Why is it so important?
Because the capitalism. That's like the short answer. Because we need to buy everything. We can steal something because everything has a price. Yes. Hay precio. So we need to pay in order to have the thing we need to buy, or I don't know. So it's because of that.
That's a good answer, yeah, to say that everything has a price. Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Silvia. Any other person who wants to tell us why is money so important in our modern world? Why? Okay, maybe you are asking yourself about this transition we have had from the class. Like, well, teacher is crazy. She first asked us to work on transition words, and now we are talking about money. It doesn't make sense. Well, it does. Because that topic is a very common topic or typical topic from essays, from writing an essay. Yeah, that's those kind of issues. That's what we are doing. We are training for it. Okay, if you guys do not want to speak, I'm not sure, but if you do not want, okay, maybe after we finish this, we can speak. Let me just give you the link of what you guys are going to do. Yes, where you are going to register that response. Wait a second, please. Okay, here. And this is exactly what I would like you to do. You guys are going to discuss that question, of course, in an individual way. Here we are. Why is money so important in our modern world? I would like you to try to write, of course, this is short. We are not having, well, we don't have the task of writing our essay, of course not, but we are going to write them, 1 or 2 paragraphs, argumentative ones, yeah, using transition words, of course, about this. Yeah, you can discuss that question with your own self and just tell me, why is it so important in our modern world? Okay, write your answer. Remember that this is more like an argumentative test, okay? And you can also include a picture that represents your thinking related to the topic, okay? So let's do it, please. Let's go. And okay, you guys have the link in the chat. Let's do it. I'm checking your responses. I'm still waiting for some of you. Well, actually half of the group. Okay. I am still checking what you guys are writing, which is wonderful, very interesting, and also very real. Yeah. The rest of you who have not finished, please do it because I need to start talking about the essay. Okay. I will continue reading your responses later. I was checking one by one of the ones who already posted. Very interesting. All of you agree, with that premise of having money as an important thing. Wow. Okay, keep going. My dear friends, now let's talk about how to write an essay and what is that, and that way we can train for the test. Here we are. What is an essay and how to write one? Okay, that's lots of information, but it's easy to understand. An essay is an opinion writing. Yeah, so you guys are going to talk about what you think and what's your position towards that situation or topic. Yeah, in which we analyze a topic, a situation, or an issue, as Silvia was mentioning before, yeah, from different points of view. How can we do it, or how it is supposed to be? Providing different arguments and expressing our opinion about it. For that reason, it must have this characteristic. It has to have a purpose. Yeah? So, what is the purpose? It is what we usually do when we talk about the situation or issue which in some way is interesting or controversial. I asked you to write about money because every single person has something to say about it. Yeah, it's not like, well, it just involves, I don't know, certain kind of people. No, that topic is something we can all talk about. Yeah, because as you mentioned, that's essential. Okay, so it is normally set as a writing task after a class debate. Why not? That's why I understand now why Silvia was connecting it with the issue that we chose for the project, right? In the exam, you have to imagine the debate, of course, because you are not debating with any person. You are just writing, yeah, those arguments. It also has tone and style, yes? Given that you're writing about a serious or controversial issue, an essay is written in a formal style, so we must stick to an objective tone and style. Our language must be formal, thus avoiding words that are simply too common or generic. Example, since, staff, get, etc. Yeah, and also try to avoid contractions because they are very informal. Can't, don't, won't. Yeah, change those words. Okay. Other characteristics of the essay are their structure and opinion, and also the conclusion. So let me listen to you. I finished with Lisette. Now we need Marvely, Natalia, Sylvia, and Jessica. Okay, Marvely, can you please read about the structure?
Okay, teacher. Structure. Like every piece of writing, an essay must present a defined structure. For starts, we can choose either to give it a little attitude or not.
Okay.
Personally, I will say that it is more appropriate to have an essay with deadline. Then the body must be divided into introduction, idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, and conclusion. This means that in general, essays must have 5 paragraphs, although it isn't entirely necessary.
Okay, thank you, Marvely. If you see that you say, teacher, 5 paragraphs in one exam, my God, a lot, right? But it's not mandatory. It's just like the structure they recommend for your level, of course, because B2 has, like lots of decorations and things, but it does not mean that it has to be exactly like that. Okay, that's why tomorrow we are going to be writing an essay. That's the only activity in our class. So here is something that is very interesting, and is the way they talk about the title. When we started, or when we discussed writing a report, remember that? Or writing a review, do you remember that I told you to write a title that is very good and very organized? Here is not necessary, but if you use it, it's good. Yeah, if you give it a title, it's good, but if you don't have it, that's okay. Okay, opinion really makes a very good or interesting or essential role in this argumentative text. Yeah, opinion is crucial. Okay, so you have to use your ideas, yeah, and your arguments for writing your essay. So let's continue with Natalia, please. Read opinion. What is this characteristic about?
Okay, teacher. There are countless ways of expressing your opinion in an essay, so we must choose the one that suits you best. However, it is advisable to remain impartial throughout your writing and give your opinion only in the last paragraph as a conclusion. But as I say, it is optional. The most important thing is that you justify. I don't know. Yes, justify everything you say
Yes,
in your.
justify. Sorry for the interruption. It was a late one. Yes, justify. Thank you, Natalia. Okay. So here we have another characteristic, which I already told you is important, that is opinion. Yes. But as it says here in bold, okay, it is advisable to remain impartial throughout your writing and give your opinion only in the last paragraph as a conclusion. Yes, so your conclusion will give your point of view. Okay, Very good. Now, we need coherence. Well, this is, I think that it is an essential thing of all academic writings and any writing, right? Coherence. So, after Natalia, we have Sylvia.
Okay, teacher, can you hear me? Could you hear me?
Yes.
Coherence is the pronunciation, right? Coherence.
Sorry, coherence. Oh, excuse me.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, no, sorry. That was my mistake.
This, how to write an essay? Oh, okay, I can see. This, the word, coherence. Okay. Coherence is an essential in every type of writing, but especially in an essay, as it tends to be an argumentative test. You must avoid writing incoherent paragraphs. They have nothing to do with one another. Your ideas must follow a logical order and be well connected with appropriate.
Thank you, Sylvia. Well, coherence is very important in every kind of writing, of course, but here is very important because as you guys are required to write more than 1 or 2 paragraphs, it can be very easy to just, maybe jump from one topic to another and stop being specific. Yeah. So the idea is to give the text coherence and cohesion, right? So it makes sense. And even if you have lots of paragraphs, you are also taking care of what the content expresses. Yeah, that is not like about one thing that I started talking and now it's like completely different. So it needs coherence, okay? That's why we use appropriate linkers and of course, transition words that I already showed. Okay. And let's start checking how we are going to do it. We are going to check out the structure. We are going to check out some tips. And I will give you word bank for expressions you guys can use. And this can be useful for tomorrow, yeah, when you guys are writing your own essay. So here we are. This is the structure. We have the introduction, present and develop the essay question in your introduction. That's what you're going to do here. You have the first body paragraph, which states your first argument and gives a reason. That's what it does. This should be your main point. Okay, in the second body paragraph, you state your second argument and give a reason. Yeah? This is very similar to what we did with the project. Yeah, because, I mean, that one was in an oral way and we are going to debate, but in the project advances, you guys had to do that. Okay, present the topic. Why did I choose it? Why is it controversial? Then, first body paragraph, reasons, arguments, sources, yeah, evidence. Then, arguments against and arguments in favor, right? This is basically the same structure. Okay, the third body paragraph is optional. It's up to you. And especially because in this text, remember that you have to write, it's like, okay, 140, yes, between 140 and 190 words, yes? So maybe you cannot write a lot. So in the third body paragraph, you say your third argument and give a reason. And in the conclusion, you give your opinion, yes? You give your opinion or you show your point of view from your perspective. Okay, that's what we do. This is the whole structure. How can we do it? This is the example. Well, this is one example taken from the test. This is one instruction that you may find in those texts, right? So here we are. We will use this example question below in our writing guide. So we are going to use this one for the whole analysis, okay? In your English class, you have been talking about the fashion industry. Write an essay using all the notes and giving reasons for your point of view. Some people say the fashion industry has a bad effect on people's lives. Do you agree? What do you have to do? You have to write about the price of clothes, whether people's appearance is important, and your own idea. Okay? So, well, what can we do? No, what can we do now? What should we do? Okay, sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Teacher, I have a question. When you write and say all the text, it's under your perspective, is subjective?
That's a good thing, Brian. Let me show you something. Wait a second. Okay, here, look. Okay, one of the most common registered mistakes, yes, is that we use a very personal way to express our ideas in an essay. Even if you are writing your opinion, that is like at the end, you have to be talking in third person or just giving relevant information, but not just based on what you think, because you are also informing and you are giving argumentative information. Yeah. So your question is no. Sorry, the answer to your question is no. Look, one of the most common registered mistakes made by inexperienced writers involves using too personal manner in a piece of formal writing. It is formal. A chatty style characterized by the use of the words I and you could be inappropriate and even offensive in a formal essay. Yeah? Me, myself, I. Everybody likes to talk about themselves, but when you are writing about environmental issues, you should be talking about the environment and not about yourself. So it is okay. I think, no, it's like it is considered, yeah, it is said that, okay, when you are pointing to that information, here that is about you. The way word you use in informal speech, like you should have seen it. If you know what I mean, it's not appropriate because it is very informal. Yeah. At best, it sounds chatty and informal. At worst, it sounds disrespectful or even offensive. The word you points a finger at the reader, but the readers are not friends of yours, right? And you have no right to make assumptions about them. And if you are writing about you, it will be different, but not in an argumentative essay, okay? So you write more about the situation, okay? Brian, did I answer your question?
Right, sure.
Perfect. Now let me help you with some tips and analysis of the structure, and we can have a very clear idea. Okay, let's start with the introduction. If you notice, they don't really make, like emphasis on the title. So if you want to give one, that's okay. If you don't, that's fine. In the introduction, paraphrase the essay topic so that the reader know what you are going to write about. Do not express your opinion at the beginning of your essay, so it's not too personal, as Brian said. Leave it to the last paragraph, that is in the conclusion, okay? For example, the society we live today is characterized by technology in constant development, fast-speed processes, information traveling and getting to people at a blink of one eye, and a complex web of social networking. In the first one, they are giving information, but it is not taking it, like very personal. And they are paraphrasing the essay topic. What is the essay topic, guys? What is the topic we are going to talk about? Did you already get distracted? What is the essay topic we need to discuss? That the fashion industry has a bad effect on people's lives. That is the topic. So we need to mention the price of the clothes, whether people's appearance is important, yes, and then your own idea, okay? So here we are talking about that. Now, we start with the body of the of the whole essay, and it usually has from 1 to 3 body paragraphs. But remember, as we saw before, if you guys do not have, you know, the time and the content for those 5 paragraphs, like intro, 3 body paragraphs, conclusions, maybe just write 2 paragraphs for the main body. In the remaining paragraphs, you write on the points you, you write on the points you got in the task. So you guys are going to write information you are asked about, where each paragraph should describe exactly 1 point. Look, 1 point for the price of clothes, 1 paragraph for whether people's appearance is important, and 1 paragraph for your own idea. And this is taken from the kind of test model that you are going to take, okay? So, in the first one, list the points that you need to comment in your essay. The second one, place each point in a separate paragraph. Then describe each point with facts, details, and examples. Not with your opinion, but more like facts, details, and examples, yeah? And then, no. You also need to connect those paragraphs with transition words, that they know that we are moving from this idea to the next one, okay? That is not like in a disconnected way. Look at this. This is the example. Let's start paragraph by paragraph. Okay, let's continue. After Silvia, we have Jacid. Jacid, paragraph 1.
Okay, teacher. Paragraph 1. Comment on question 1. The price of clothes. Facts, details, and examples. Sample. On the hand, the fashion industry is undeniable.
Undeniably.
Undeniable.
Undeniably, it's okay.
A source of profit and income. It hires millions of people all over the world and generates millions of dollars every year.
Okay, thank you. See, that's the first paragraph, and it points to the price of the clothes. Yeah. So on one hand, you see, you are starting using transition words because you are going to name those things, and on one hand, introduces the idea. Yeah. Okay, the fashion industry is undeniable, a source of, okay, blah, blah, blah. It hires millions of people all over the world and generates me, okay, talking about the price. Yeah. And if you notice, it is a better way to express your ideas in an essay in third person. Look, it hires millions of people. Yeah. Okay, what else? Second paragraph needs to talk about people's appearance. Yeah, because that was the second thing they asked you to do. Okay, people's appearance is important. So that is to comment on that second topic. And as well, you need facts, details, and examples. Now let's continue. Okay, we start again with Andres. Please read the second paragraph.
Okay, teacher, the example or?
Yeah, the example, please.
It is a state that people place too much importance on appearance and the material world, sadly true, and the fashion industry just spurs on such situation.
Thank you, Andres. So if you notice, it is state that. You say, I think that, no. I think, I believe, in my opinion. At the end, when you are concluding, when you are giving your opinion, yeah? Because here, even if you are writing an argumentative one, you are using information that is reliable, that is real, yeah? That either way was taken from a reliable source, of course, yeah? But it's not so informal to say, I think, I believe. I don't think, okay? Now we have the paragraph 3, which asks you to present your idea about the topic. Okay, Julian, please help us with that one. Paragraph 3, comment on question 3. your own idea.
Okay, facts, details, and examples. Nevertheless, for those who are neither impressed nor motivated by numbers and figures, the fashion industry is seen as one which segregates people, isolating those who not fit their laws and commands.
Yes. So now you are giving your own idea, but as you notice, yes, as if you notice, there isn't any informal language there, and there isn't any, in my opinion, blah, blah, blah. No, it is still the same. What do you want to do? What do you want to express? Is it a contrasting idea? Is it, I don't know, maybe one for illustrating an example? Yeah, and that way, when you have it clear, you can use the transition word that corresponds to that function, okay? So the transition word nevertheless is doing what in that paragraph? What is it doing? Guys, what is it doing?
Teacher, nevertheless.
Yes. What is the word nevertheless doing in that sentence or in that paragraph?
Like, I don't know if I'm wrong, but sin embargo, something like that.
Yeah, and what is that word for? For making a contrast. Yes? It's like when you say, however, in spite of, nevertheless, it's like, okay, I mentioned two things, but now this is like, you know, the contrast of the information. Okay, people are like crazy about clothes and they pay lots of money and blah, blah, blah. Nevertheless, for those who are neither impressed nor motivated, that are the different ones, yeah, because the general information says that lots of people are, you know, like into getting clothes all the time. But here we say, nevertheless, which is the contrast. Sin embargo, para los que no están impresionados ni motivados, bla, 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 ¿sí? Entonces hacemos un contraste. ¿Ok? Entonces por eso es muy clave que ustedes se repasen las palabras de transición. That's very important for you. Okay? Because that really gives that style of formal text. Yeah? Okay. Now, after the paragraph 3, which states your opinion, we have this. This is what we have been talking about the whole night. It's transition words. To connect your supporting paragraphs, you should use special transition words. Here we have some. On one hand, it is stated that, nevertheless, as a matter of fact, in addition, in the same fashion, or in the same way, first, second, third. These words link your paragraphs together and make your essay easier to read because it leads the reader, yeah, to a smooth movement of it. Okay, we know, and we know that this one is making the contrast with information we previously read. Yeah, that's why we need them. Use them at the beginning and at the end of your paragraphs. Yeah, to introduce and to conclude. That's a good way. Now, my dear friends, to finish today, we also write our conclusion, okay? The summary paragraph comes at the end of your essay after you have finished developing your ideas. It means that you have already answered to those points that you are asked to discuss. The summary paragraph is often called a conclusion. It summarizes or restates the main idea of the essay. You want to leave the reader with a sense that your essay is complete. For example, let me have Brian, please read the example of the conclusion.
And the second paragraph, teacher?
Yeah.
For example.
The example.
Example. I do believe that the fashion industry, as it is today, has a harmful effect because it values a minority of people in detriment of the majority. However, it has such a wide reach that if put into a good use, it can save lives.
Okay, very good. Now you guys can use first person because you are giving your opinion, and remember that is at the end, that is when you are saying your conclusion. Okay, so that is an example of it. Now, my dear friends, we have it all together. We are not going to read it because we already checked it. This is nothing different from what I just showed you. Yes, here we have the introduction. Here we have the two paragraphs that answer the points you guys are asked in the instruction, and then you guys have the conclusion, which states your opinion. Okay, important information and useful language that you can use, or useful vocabulary. Okay, wait a second. First, the useful language here. Useful expressions. I have useful expressions for you, and of course I will give you the chance to use them tomorrow when we are writing, because I separate them into the whole structure. Yeah, the ones for introduction, the ones for I don't know, like expressing opinions, all of them. So let's check out the ones for introduction, some of them. Let me listen to Carlos, please.
Yes, teacher. Introduction.
Mm-hmm.
The trend nowadays is towards. Over the past 10 years or so, the media have frequently carried reports of recent research indicates that hardly a week goes by without another report of appearing in the media. This raises the issue of whether, although most people will generally agree that few were good than it.
Mm-hmm. So here is when you are introducing the topic, yes, as if, look, as if you notice here, you can also use information that is reliable, of course, if you have the source. Of course, you're not going to invent, because that would be so bad if you invent in an essay, yeah? It should be real. Recent research indicates that the amount of people who drink soda every day is increasing, and blah, blah, blah. And this is causing lots of problems in health conditions, for example. Yeah, that's true information. Okay. Now we have some expressions for stating your opinion. As I said, it seems to me that, I will also say that, I am convinced that, I am inclined to believe that. Yeah, so if you notice that it's like other words different from just saying I think. Yeah, I believe. That is very informal. There is no doubt in my mind that one of the drawbacks of is, however, one of the benefits is that, okay, changing topic as regards the causes for this, concerning the causes for this, that is the theme of taking into account, but sounds better, more formal, as for the causes, okay? So these are some that you can use for stating your opinion. Now, what about presenting the arguments? Let's listen to Elkin, please. Elkin, are you there? Elkin, hello.
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Let me check. What is the
Presenting arguments, useful language.
Okay. Let me check my notes. Okay, teacher, I don't know, excuse me.
It's okay, don't worry. Thank you, Elkin. Okay, Jean-Claude, please help Elkin.
Okay, teacher. One justification is often given for. Yes, teacher. Or
Yes,
is that advocates, proponents will claim that those who object to often argue that another objection is that, however, it should not be forgotten that are opposed to on the grounds that from the point of view of according to.
Thank you, Jean-Claude. Okay, guys, this is very interesting. Even if you are giving arguments, because at the beginning of this explanation, I told you that giving your opinion and having argumentative writing is very essential in essays. You can see that here we are not using first person. It's better to use the third person, okay, because it is more formal. For example, I can perfectly say, we cannot forget that, yeah? Is the same as, however, it should not be forgotten that. But you say, no, teacher, it's not the same. This one sounds very elaborated. Yeah, it is like that. Because if I say, we cannot forget that, it sounds very informal. Yeah, so you can just use third person. Yeah, it should not be forgotten that. Passive voice is very, very, how can I say, like friendly, yes, in those kind of academic writings. Okay, describing the causes. Let's listen to Jose, please.
Yes, teacher. One factor which has lead to is one of the factors which has brought this about is the problem often stems from the situation has been exacerbated by has only made the situation worse, and finally one consequence of is.
Very good. Thank you, Jose. Okay. These ones are the ones that I'm going to give you tomorrow when we are writing our outline and our essay. So to finish today, let me just show you this. Okay, actually we are done with, okay, the tips, the ones that we missed. Yeah. Okay, guys. So essay tips. Answer the question you are asked, okay, or you are being asked. Yeah, that gives you a clear idea about what you have to write on. Plan your essay. Well, you are okay. Plan your essay in a test is not like the way it works, but at least if you have the outline in your mind or in a paper, you can organize the information. Okay. Revise your essay to correct mistakes. Of course, this is something we always do in any kind of writing. Use a variety of discussive words and phrases as the transition words that I gave you. Give examples where possible to illustrate that information. Yeah. Use formal language, of course. Don't use contractions. Contractions are very, very informal. Sum up your argument in the final paragraph with a conclusion, okay? The final paragraph is the best place to express your opinion clearly. Questions, my friends?
No, teacher.
Okay.
No, teacher.
Okay, so tomorrow, get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we are going to write our essay in class, okay? My dear friends, I hope you have a wonderful night. Okay, thank you so much for your attention and time. See you tomorrow, guys. Take care.
Bye,
Thank
teacher.
you, teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, teacher.
Bye-bye. Take care.